If you're in the market to buy a house, this video, the winning formula, is for you. I'm going to explain what it is, how it works, and the one secret, the difference maker, the one single thing that'll help you keep your sanity and buy a home. How about that? In golf, in order to sink a putt, you got to buy the clubs, practice your swing, navigate the fairway, and be on the green. That's the formula. There's a formula for buying a house too, but it's a new formula. It's a new approach compared to years past. First, you have to understand what the state of the market is. Now, I know you know that it's busy, but the deal is, it's the wild, wild west out there. It's nuts. And if somebody tells you they know what's going on, they don't. They really don't. And if you watch videos that talk about the market crashing, it's not. At least not today, it's not. You have to understand that the sellers are not coming back and listing their homes after COVID because they're scared to death that if they sell their home, they're not going to have a house to move to, and that's legit. And then on the buyer side, demand is crazy. You've got new buyers and millennials. You've got people that were cabin fevered up from COVID for too long. They need some space. They want to get a bigger house, right? And if you're like Tennessee, you've got people that are coming in from out of state. They want to buy as well. It causes such congestion in the market that you get multiple offers and prices go high. If you want to learn more, I've got two videos, multiple offers, how to win, and the second one is, why is this insane market so hot right now? Those would be really good for you to watch. But part one of the formula is knowing what you're up against. Yes, the market is tough, but it's not impossible. However, if you want to win, you gotta bring your A game. So bringing your A game, what does that mean? Well, first thing first, it means talk to a lender. And my suggestion is, don't just get a pre-qualification letter, get a pre-approval letter. The difference really is pre-qual, you've called the lender and you've told them what you earned. A pre-approval is they've verified those numbers. There's a third step you can take, and that's getting pre-certified, and you're actually underwritten, locked and loaded, ready to go, ready to buy. When you submit an offer, that can make a difference. But here's the one point I really want to make, kind of stress to you, is once you go through the drill with that first lender, you can be kind of exhausted because it's not an awesome process, really. Talk to a second lender. You've already done all the hard work pulling all the documents together. It takes nothing to send those documents to a second lender. The reason I tell you this is the difference in service and price can be huge between lenders. So talk to more than one lender, I'm begging you. The second thing you want to do is make sure your finances are 100% ready to go. You know you're going to have down payment, you're going to have closing costs, you're going to have moving expenses, maybe a repair or two, whatever it might be, maybe not go to work all the time because you're moving. Make sure those funds are tucked away, safe and sound, and you're ready to go. That's just so important for your peace of mind. The next thing you want to make sure is get your exit plan in place. If you're renting, talk to your landlord. If it's a house or apartment, doesn't matter. Talk to them and find out what does it take to get out of where you are to get into the next place. Are you going to have to break a lease? Is there a 30, a 60, a 90-day notice requirement, something like that? Find out what it's going to take to get out of where you are to get where you want to go. The next thing that's really important is focus on the area where you want to be and the price range that you're comfortable in. Make sure that those two match, that you're not looking in an area where your comfortable price range, there's never been a house sold there. You don't want that to happen. So make sure that you're really focused on that. And the final piece of the puzzle to this part two is make sure you've got a plan B, that you've had this conversation where when you buy somebody's house, remember we said the number one fear of a seller is they sell their house and they've got no place to go. You may have to give them a minute to find a house. So the plan B is renting it back or some kind of a delay between moving from your old place to the new place. Just be flexible. So part two of this is to be 100% financially ready and to be a little bit flexible on how things turn out. Part three is where we're going to get a little bit different. Part one and two, we've always needed that. That hasn't changed. But in part three, I'm sure if you have an agent or if you're using Zillow, whatever, you're getting notified of new listings. Here's the problem. It's the new listings these days where you have to fight your way through a crowd to get a showing, that there's multiple offers, prices are skyrocketing like crazy. New listings get all the attention, and that's where they're going to get all the upward pressure and price and stuff like that. Have your agent, or if you're not using one, use Zillow, set yourself up for a search, an auto search, for a 7-day delay. In other words, a house that's been on the market 7 days, when it clicks to that 8th day, then you get notified. Here's why. A house that's been on the market for 7 days is going to have way less competition. Yes, maybe it's overpriced. Maybe it needs a little work. Who knows what it needs, but for whatever reason, it's been on the market for a minute. You're going to have a much better chance of negotiating a better price. Whatever the circumstance might be, at least you'll have a chance. So you're going to have 2 searches, right? New listings, everybody's fighting over those, and listings that are 7 days plus. It'll pay off. The point of part 3 is give yourself options that nobody else has. So in part 4, this is the secret sauce. This is what makes it all come together. This is the part that saves your sanity and will actually help you get a house. It's called patience. Now, before you dismiss the idea, hear me out. I've seen this work time and time and time again for over a decade. Here's my phrase: let the right home come to you. In a market like this, the problem is when new listings come out and people are crawling all over it and there's multiple offers and high prices, it becomes where you start to think, I'm never going to find a house. You get a little panicked feeling. I'm telling you, the right house will come along. But if you get caught up in that frenzy, you run the risk of overbuying, compromising on a property that it'll do, but it isn't the one you want. You don't need to do that. Don't let the frenzy get to you. And here's something that you don't realize. You're in a group, and most buyers in this particular group are coming into the market and starting their journey on home buying at about the same time. As time goes on, there'll be a lot of people that quit. You've heard that. A lot of people, I give up, I can't find a house. If you are patient and stick with it, here's what happens. Out of a group of individuals that are going through the experience, everybody's quitting. You're the one that knows a lot of people at showings is normal. Multiple offers is normal. Higher than normal prices is normal. You've got that education and experience that's going to help you win when the newbies come in and they're shell-shocked with, they want how much? They'll be so surprised. Be patient. Let the right house come to you. And I'm going to tell you, this is almost a guarantee. I can tell you how it's going to happen. Just when you think this ain't going to work, I'm not going to find a house, the house of your dreams, the closest that you've come to seeing what it is you really want, is going to come right out of the blue. Unexpectedly. Honey, this is it. And because you've done the other 3 steps and you've gotten ready, you'll be ready to pull the trigger. Patience really is the key, and you'll win if you let the right house come to you. Be sure to watch my video, Multiple Offers, How to Win, and Why is this market so hot? I think that's what it's called. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you don't miss anything. My name is Andy Elliott. I'm bringing you real estate in real life. Talk to you soon.